Ness is level 96, and we are moving on. This should be the last Earthbound stream if all goes to plan. Not because I don't like the game, but because I've exhausted the game. I think I put 24 hours into it. Which is a lot. I don't typically start this late, but what the heck. I won't sit in the noise, bro. Wish Paula had a little bit more health. Kind of ridiculous. It's so annoying. I just want to kill Giygas and Pokey and be done with it. I've lost twice to them so far, which is really pathetic. Alright, way too many enemies for like being 2 inches away from. Yeah. Much better. I'm not used to the camera being over there, I'm used to it being here. You keep looking down. We're going to try and get there with as few fights as possible, I guess. That doesn't help. I'm pretty sure I lost to Giygas not because I'm too low level, but because I just screwed up, really. I wasn't used to it. I haven't done that fight in a while, and I remember when I was a kid, like, we're doing that fight and it taking a few tries. You have to know when to have pull up, pray. It's a big deal. You can't win without that. But in my case, oh, it's so annoying. In my case, I kept thinking that she needed to pray way too early. I wish it could just be those Octobot things the whole time. They're so easy to kill. They don't do anything. It's not that easy. By the way, if you watched last night and you're watching now, aside from some lighting issues I'm having, I actually calibrated the camera, so it should actually look a lot better than it did last night. Last night it looked kind of a nice flash attack. It looked kind of pathetic. I looked back afterwards and I was like, yeah, that doesn't look good. The camera was, for some reason, configured as a super low resolution camera, and it's an HD camera, so that's what happened. But starting tomorrow, my internet is going to go from upload speeds of 5 megabits per second to 35. That's a big jump. So And I should, well, there's no reason I will be able to, unless my computer can't handle it for some weird reason, to broadcast in HD. Which won't really make the game look any better, but it will make me look better, or at least more clear. And I didn't realize until last night that people actually gave a crap about, like, looking at me. I'm like, good, the game looks great, and everyone's like, we can't see you! Really? Okay, the funny thing is, when I initially was doing this, I was like, oh, I'll just have the camera on the game. Not even a camera on the game, just sort of like a screen capture thing. And then I was like, yeah, people might want to see like me, playing. So I put the camera on myself. And, look at that! It turns out people actually wanted to see that. Kind of a lucky guess. Although most people in this stream have the camera on them. I was quite new to it. I was just a young streamer. Well, I've only been doing this a month and a half now. Not long. Gotta make sure this guy dies pretty quickly. Because if he hurts me, then I have to waste a ton of magic trying to... trying to, recover. I didn't want to have to do that. Because I need my magic for the Giygas back. I need a lot of it. For some reason right now, I really wanted this to just work, but for some reason today, the Super Nintendo emulator is acting funny and not allowing and not allowing me to go full screen or anywhere near it. So I have this running at really low resolution. It's so small on my TV, but it looks clear. I'm trying to be an optimist here, but it's a little hard in the eyes. It's pretty small. It looks like it's a I've been playing on a 46-inch TV, but it looks like I'm playing. I wish I should just turn the camera on. It looks pretty funny. But it looks like I'm playing on like a 15-inch TV right now because I have this set to such low resolution. But the price you pay when you want things to look smooth for your audience. Oh, Paul's gonna die. Ah, died at the end of the fight. So close. Welcome, Schwerky. Survived well. And it didn't work. Let's try that again. Are you serious? Oh, now it works. Now that I wasted all my magic. Let's do a big revival. Shuriki, have you played this game before? Or are you watching because you've never seen it? It's such a mix of people. Well, you are free to go to sleep. It is, I keep looking down, I'm so used to my camera being here. It's right here. Yeah, so you're free to go to sleep. And if you ever want to seem like a good guy and you're adorable, so follow. Oh, thank you very much. I was about to say, if you follow, you can see this another time. If you go to ibeathenintendo.com, you can see this posted later. Although I doubt you'd be interested in it because you have not seen much. I doubt you're hooked. Thank you. It was very nice. I won. You must be an East Coaster, like myself, because it's actually late by you. Usually the only people who watch now are the West Coast people. Or you go to bed early. One of those two. That's good. Yeah, you should see streams of different games. Sometimes people like to see games they've played because they kind of feel like, yeah, I can do this. Let's see what he does. I've beaten this. Like, and they have that little attitude. And sometimes they're helpful because they remember stuff that I haven't played this game since I'm a kid. I'm going back many years. So I have definitely forgotten some things. I'm like, what do I do now? Canada East Coast, very nice. Hey Smelvies! The end of Earthbound here. It's literally the last place. I'm about to fight the final boss. After like 24 hours of gameplay. Not in a row, obviously. Well, I hope to see you come back, and thanks for following. That's awesome of you. What's going on, Smelvies? It's your inappropriate name. I know who you are, Eric. Although you've had like 3 different names, so it is tricky. You keep forgetting the password? Oh boy. Yeah, well, you've been on this one a few times. Because someone said, I forgot who it was, they were like, who smelled these? And I was like, it's Eric. And they were like, no, he has all these other names. I'm like, well, I think he made a new one. Apologize. Yeah, that killed you, Super Final Star Man. Then he's doing pretty well. This is the first week that I'm actually feeling pretty good. My physical therapist was happy today. I am recovering. Oh my god, it has not worked so many times. Oh, by the way, I know you were a big proponent of me taking it easy, but when I told my doctor that I went through a rough time after I rode my bike and everything, he said that's a good sign. So smell these. But I appreciate your advice. Killing Starman. Thanks for coming by. I'm in need of company. A little bored. So thanks for hanging out. See you soon. Everyone's going to sleep early tonight. Well, not early. Early for my standards, I guess. No West Coasters. Yeah, I snuck through that big mess of enemies. You're gonna go to the local bar? Yeah, that means we're getting old. Oh, I'm gonna have fun. Nah, I could be sleeping. Take it easy, Eric. I know that there's a butterfly around here. That appears sometimes. It's like a four-leaf clover. Ah, screw it. I don't need a butterfly. Just need to heal up. Let's do it. Alright. Okay. I want to attack Giygas. Wish I could cast a reflect spell or something. Yeah, so the past two times I definitely screwed this part up. Oh no, Polar's gonna die. Ah, she's so bad. Alright, let's try and revive her. So I'm gonna have who do it. It's gonna kill everybody. Maybe not. Hey, Junie boy! I am very happy you came. I wanted you to see the end of this. I'm definitely having a better run now that I remember that you need to just sort of melee pokey in the beginning. It's trial and error. I don't remember all this stuff. The only thing I remember is that Paula has to pray at some point. Junie boy, as someone who watched last night, did I fix the camera? Does it actually look good now? It's going to be a little fuzzy until I, oh, come on. Really, Jeff died? That's so annoying. Just because it's not high definition. And it's zoomed out. And Pooh died also? Great. Oh, great. Everyone feels strange. Excellent. Thank God that worked. Yes, I'm not orange anymore. I think part of that is that I have, it's the lighting in this room. The other half of the room I have brightly lit. Nice. I need to recover some health again. But this side of the room was, it's like soft lighting. I have to replace the light bulbs. They make me look orange, so I actually have them set very low. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Kind of a waste. There we go. Okay. Let's do a big recover here. Yeah. I mostly need it. I chose Jeff? Really? Oh, it sounds strange. I was gonna say, I'm not stupid. Why would I do that? There we go. See, how did you know to pray? I don't even know how I knew to pray, honestly. I think I just tried it because it seemed like nothing else was working. Here we go. I bought the game used, so I didn't have a guide or anything. I didn't even have an instruction booklet. I had a cartridge with like ripped sticker on the front. This stupid Bunko Lamb put a sticker on it, and I tried to get it off. It's the Runaway 5, Junior Boy. It's your favorite. I beat the Nintendo Omega! I think I hit myself. No, not Jeff. Hit yourself. Yeah, the Runaway 5 should have been playing music there. That was kind of BS. This was a great idea with the praying. I love in these games when you have a chance to see all the characters you've met. I can't remember what other RPG did that. I feel like it was Final Fantasy VI. 3, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, Jeff is hurt. Nice! Jeff, way to go down with the fight. Journey Boy, I'm glad you came. I wasn't sure with all my, I feel like I cried wolf doing all my testing. You guys must have been, I forgot to shut off notifications. You guys must have been notified so many times I felt bad. I think I ran like 30 tests yesterday. Didn't work. Screw you. Let's do a, let's get Pooh back to normal, please. Good, I'm glad it was saying that. It's Pooh's land! The land of Pooh! Boom! That hurt. Whoa! There we go. That was a nice attack. Ness has no PP left. Hey! It's Frank. Oh yeah. Paula is the key to this whole game. She's the reason Jeff comes, she's the reason Pooh comes. And then she saves the day with her prayers. That's huge. Great, now she can't. Oh, that sucks. What do you mean, what happened? Before I go on, I'm getting word that something's wrong. Oh, so everything's fine now, Genie Boy? Okay, good. Alright. Back to killing Giygas. Whoa! It's a huge attack! What? Those are two lucky hits right there. Should have pulled him up his offense right before the second one. Hey! Get down from there. Leo, come on. Leo's attacking my speakers. Whoa! God, I wish Jeff could be attacking me now. That would be very helpful. Another huge smash attack. Jeez. What should have? Maxed out the offense. An ugly last fight. A very ugly last fight. We're in a bash fest now. You're out of magic. Oh, come on, Ness, hit him. Am I really? Do I need to try praying again? Yeah. That's such BS that it says that it didn't work before. Absorbed by the darkness makes you think that it just can't work. These are some strong attacks. Thanks for the tip, Junior boy. Well, that's right. My prayers defeat Giygas. Prayers of Greg, I beat the Nintendo. It's so weird how Giygas is really no. It's like energy. There's no appearance to it. This looks like the opening screen. You know, it's funny when the game first starts up. It looks so serious. And it's not that serious. Now we can watch the ending. I'm sad the Fuzzy Pickles photographer wasn't in the prayers. I'm happy he stayed out of it. He has his place in this ending. I do remember that. So this is the first time I beat the game without leveling up on Fabi's. Wow, Junior boy, you sat through an entire playthrough of Earthbound. I'm impressed. I think this is a probably 26-hour total stream, which is all on ibeathenintendo.com right now. There's a YouTube playlist. You can watch the whole thing once I post this. Earthbound's a great game. Yeah, we get to go. Don't show this letter to anyone. It's such a mom thing to say. To totally get it wrong and not realize how great it is. Yay, we're back at Tucson. I never used the Suporma. The orange kid really seemed like a go-getter in the beginning. The Suporma. He's an idiot. Was there some use for the Suporma that I missed? Like an extra thing? Be happy that I didn't use it? Why? What does it do? Alright, Ness is going home. Hey, Dazzle. Welcome to the ending of Earthbound. If you use the Suporma, it breaks. Oh, that's awesome. Wonder where the dad is the whole game. Who didn't I chat with? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk to everybody. Junie Boy, do you have any requests of people to talk to before I end this? Any particularly funny things or people you miss? Alright, then I'm moving on. Yes, I finished everything. You dancing? The Minches. In order of appearance. Buzz Buzz, Liar, Exaggerate. Frankie Fly. The Sharks. B.H. Perkle. I missed all the On It guys. I think I like the characters at the beginning of this game the best out of anything. Like, the New Age retro hippies that you fight. There's the orange kid. Yeah, I believe you're right. If you use the orange kid's invention to support it, it just says, oh, it broke. Mr. Everdrill. Ah, there's your boys. The Runaway Five. The Happy Happiest. I think of the greatest addition to this game. Car painter. You know, they just keep showing Pokey moving on to whoever's next. Brick Road. They're even playing Runaway 5 music for the end here. Mr. Saturn. Master Belch. Belch should be bigger. George Montague. Gerardo Montague. The Talarama. This is a well-made ending. It was good to see all the people you forgot about. Star Master, I didn't know that was his name. Starstorms are awesome. Dungeon Man. I like the Tendas, they're cute. The Flying Men are a little weird. They're, very small roles. These are the extras. Dad is a phone. Throw it on the ground. Earthbound is over, Dazzle. Well, we're still watching the ending, but yes, I am done playing it. There he is, Mr. Fuzzy Pickles himself. The annoying photographer who drops down every 2 seconds to take a picture. And as Junior Boy says, where is the photographer? It's right there. A little delayed on the chat. Hey, wanna take a picture of me? Steal my soul. Ah, that's my first picture. I love this music. Shigesato Itoi, I guess I'll pronounce it that way, was known as the Tom Green of Japan at the time. He made a very silly game. A very American silly game, too. For an old Japanese crew. Very American feeling. I don't know what the next journey is going to be. It's probably going to be another RPG, but I kind of want to do a different game where it's just long and you save a lot, but it's not necessarily an RPG. I mean, there's games like Super Metroid and stuff like that. What else? Super Mario World. Then there's the Donkey Kong Country games, but I'm not going to be doing that because that's going to be Megan's thing for 2-player net. A lot of the longer games would really be the later systems. But I could do a game like ActRaiser or maybe Evo. I think I might do Evo. Did you guys ever play Evo? It was called, it was Evo, The Search for Eden, I believe was the name. EVO, I call it Evo, but it was technically EVO, The Search for Eden. It's Super Nintendo, and you start off as like a fish, and you evolve. And you go like over time, and you level up. But it's an action game, but you're leveling up, and you could upgrade your like body parts. You know, like choose to evolve in different ways. It's pretty cool. That and ActRaiser are like kind of overlooked games. Although I've beaten ActRaiser and I never beat EVO. So that's a possibility. I mean, I could also do the classics. I kind of want to save the classics up a bit though. Final Fantasy games, Chrono Trigger. Lufia I could do. Lufia might not be bad. I could do The Legend of Zelda. The Super Nintendo one, A Link to the Past. The original one I beat in the night. Any requests for the next game? See, these games are really, I mean, I'm not going to go, as much as I love you guys, I'm not going to totally go by you. Sunday is determined by you guys. This stuff I just do like completely for fun, so I'm going to be definitely having the final word on which one I play, whatever I'm in the mood to play. But I'll definitely take requests. Give me ideas. It's music. See, now, there are definitely pictures that don't need to be taken in this game. They're skippable. You don't happen to pass a certain point at a certain time. So I wonder what they do here. Like, do they... I mean, it's timed with the credits, so they could... Shigeru Miyamoto is a supervisor. That's pretty awesome. Quality game. Well, Nintendo didn't make it, so... Secret of Evermore. I have played it. I don't know if I've ever beaten Secret of Evermore. I think there's Secret of Mana. It's another one. There I am. Greg, I beat the Nintendo. Yay! I'm in the credits! I'm in the credits! Is that it? Protospasm, look. Look what you just came into. Literally the end. Like, not even an ending. You came in when it's over. Oh, wait, no. Shh. Shh. Oh, it's so painful. You can't put the end with a question mark. Ugh. Nothing worse than that. And I remember when Earthbound 64 was announced, and they kept in Nintendo Power showing updates of screenshots and things like that. I was like, yes, we're finally gonna see what that letter was about with Pokey and everything. And years went by and it didn't come out. Years went by and it didn't come out, and then it was canceled. And then when it came out for Game Boy, it was only in Japan. And then when they translated it, fan translation, it turns out it's not even a sequel at all. None of the same characters. It's just the same style of game. So we'll never know. This is a total, like, screw you ending. We don't know what's going on with Pokey. As everyone's saying, time for Mother 3. Dazzle, you changed your colors and it's confusing me. Yeah, I mean, have you guys played Mother 3? It's not tied in, right? I mean, I'm not crazy, am I? You know, Ness isn't the main character. This is a true ending. This is a shut the game off or reset it ending. Like, nothing happens when you hit the buttons. So it is at least related to this. I see. So I'm wrong. Yeah, I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now, are they ties to Earthbound, or is it like sequel material? From what I understand, yeah, they might reference things, but it's not like, or it's not like it could be called Earthbound 2. Protospasm, I'm not remembering at all. Interesting. Lucas is saved by Ness, who was chased by ... I'm gonna have to try Mother 3 now. Now you guys got me curious. I'm intrigued. But it should have been Earthbound 64. I'll always be angry that that game doesn't exist. There were screenshots of the damn game. I remember, I think Starmen.net had the screenshots of the N64 version next to what those parts of the game later turned into on the Game Boy version, and you can tell one's just N64 graphics, one's Game Boy, but it's the same scene. That's really cool. Whoever did that. Yeah, don't tell me the characters that come back. Thanks for not spoiling it, guys. What game is going to be next? I did two of my favorite RPGs that, in my opinion, not enough people have played. Super Mario RPG and Earthbound. I tie them together because, you know, it's a bad RPG for Super Nintendo that was in a series that's pretty popular. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Do you guys remember Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? Hold on. I'm sick of this the end screen. There we go. Now I'm actually here. You guys remember that game? Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was so bad. It was just a mess. Oh, it was so... It was like exactly how Final Fantasy shouldn't be. And here's the worst part. I had... My friend let me borrow it, but there was something wrong with the cartridge itself. And whenever I would get... I was just obsessed with Final Fantasy as a kid, so I was like, oh, there's another Final Fantasy game! I don't care what it is, I'm beating it! And so, I would get up to this one part, and I'd level up like crazy and everything, and then you'd walk like through the dungeon, you get to this one spot, and it would freeze. And like, there's nothing you could do about it. And then you'd reset your game, and your save was gone. It happened like 3 times before I just said, forget it. I'm not even trying anymore. Oh, it's the worst. So I've never beaten the game. And I think then later on, someone who hated the game let me have it. And I think at that point I was just done with it. But it's dumbed down. There's no exploration. It was definitely made by a totally different crew than the other Final Fantasies. It's like, I mean, it's been a really long time since I played it. But I remember you actually have to, like, I think you move along a map, like Super Mario World, kind of, instead of actually going around a world like you would in the original Final Fantasy. I mean, not good. Not too good. By the way, how's the webcam quality right now, guys? This is possibly the last low resolution stream I do. Tomorrow my internet gets jacked up big time. And I should be able to run between my new computer and the new internet. I should be able to run this at HD. There's no reason I can't. We'll see. So excited all these new changes. A lot of troubleshooting, but it's worth it. The games run so smoothly. When I go full screen, it's better quality. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It was like that before too. I think it's just it's kind of hard to have such a small image. It's like a high quality picture squished, and that's always going to look a little weird. Trying to think of what the next game's going to be. The next Greg solo adventure. I have a lot of thoughts on what might be next, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to mix it up and get away from the RPGs. But I think I might do EVO next because it's so obscure. I named a bunch before. I'll name off the games I'm definitely doing at some point, but not necessarily next. I'm definitely going to go through all the Final Fantasy games, so don't even worry about those. Anything Square made, I'm doing. Chrono Trigger, that's going to happen. I'm definitely going to do Lufia and the second one at some point. Super Metroid, Super Mario World. Oh, it looks like they just reset something on my cable box, which is a good sign. They could be changing my internet around. Super Mario World. Super Mario All-Stars is probably going to be a Sunday game. What other games are long? Long enough, at least. They don't have to be 25 hours like this one. Oh yeah, that was another one. Zelda: Link to the Past, I mentioned that one. I can do the Game Boy Zeldas, too. I just have, I haven't hooked up the, I haven't hooked up my Game Boy stuff yet. I mean, I'm just getting Nintendo and Super Nintendo running. I don't even think I got Genesis going yet. Well, Genesis, I mean, there's no good long Genesis games that I know of. I know that some people like some of the RPGs on that system, but I was like, eh. I could technically do like the later Final Fantasy games also, but I like these old ones. That's what I'm sticking with. Out of the ones I named, any preferences? I'm really tempted to do EVO because it's so obscure and weird, and I've never beaten it. I remember getting to a point where it was like impossible. The only reason I know EVO is because in high school, my friend Adam was over, and I had an emulator running on my computer, and for some bizarre reason, he was just looking through the games and picked that one. And I don't even know if I played. I think I just sat there while he played it, and I think I had my guitar out, and I was just like mimicking the songs on the guitar, like the game music. And we got so hooked on this friggin' game, even though it's not particularly good. I mean, it's good. It's good for an obscure game, but it's not like the greatest game of all time. But we stayed up till like 5 or 6 in the morning playing this game, and we just got stuck on, I think the monkey section, because you go through evolution, and we just gave up for the night. It was so late, the sun was up, but I don't think we ever continued. I think that was it. I think we were just like, all right, we played that game for a whole night. So I know it's long enough to definitely be a Brick Solo Adventure. Yeah, EVO is next. Oh, ActRaiser is another one I mentioned. ActRaiser is another cool long one that's not an RPG. They're all pretty much going to be Super Nintendo. I mean, there's some long Nintendo games with saves. Zelda 2. It's pretty long. Zelda 2 is only long because you have to level up, though. You can blow through that game in a night pretty quickly. Like when you do the New Game Plus version of it. Yeah, EVO is probably going to be next because it's so weird, and I'm so glad you guys have never played it because we're going to have to figure some stuff out together. See, with Earthbound, I had Junie Boy around, who's like an Earthbound pro, and so if I was like, not sure what to do here, Junie Boy would be like, here's the prayer, and oh yes. Give him Fly Honey. Oh, okay, Fly Honey. I wonder where I got that idea from. So it's official. The next game is EVO, The Search for Eden, because I just made up my mind. And if it sucks, we will stop. I'm not going to play a game that I'm not enjoying. But I haven't played it in at least 10 years. I don't know if I've ever technically played it, because my friend was playing it that night. I think I went and played it afterwards. I know I've never beaten it. And it's weird. Earthbound's become part of my DNA. Yeah. At some point, I'm also going to play Mother 1 and probably 3 also. See, I definitely want to go through like Final Fantasy 2 and 3 at some point. But what's so weird with those is there's been so many versions since the original of 4 and 6. There's the PlayStation version, there's the Game Boy version, there's a PSP version, and they did improve them a lot. They made them look better, and they improved the script. The script was much better in the later ones, better translation. But like, they're not the originals to me. That's a completely biased, nostalgic thing. Spoonie Bards. Yeah. That is a confusing. Talk about strange naming of games. The fact that they skipped all those Final Fantasy games in the US and then released them later. Here's the weird thing with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 1 I didn't have as a kid. And then, 2 and 3, like I totally missed those, the Japanese ones. And then I got Super Mario RPG, and then my friend let me borrow Chrono Trigger and then Final Fantasy 2 and 3. And then I remember it was like there was no Final Fantasy games coming out for N64. Not really any RPGs either. I think it was like Quest 64, which sucked. And then all of a sudden I saw this commercial for Final Fantasy 7 for PlayStation. I was like, what? 7? First of all, it looks awesome. It looked like nothing that we'd ever seen before because they've shown all the CG sequences. But I was like, Final Fantasy 7? What the hell happened to 4, 5, and 6? And then it wasn't until way later on that I found out that we actually saw 4 and 6. We missed 2, 3, and 5. And then they came out with Final Fantasy Anthology, which had 5 and 6 on it. And that was the first time I played 5. And then later on, they remade 3 for, no, actually, 1 and 2 came out as Final Fantasy Origins for PlayStation, and 3 was still missing. So 3 comes out for the Nintendo DS, and they made it all 3D, and the characters looked like precious moments. They looked very strange. And 3 was kind of boring anyway, but we never saw 3, I don't think, unless I'm totally blanking, we never saw 3 in its original form translated. And 2 has come out a few times also. It came out for PlayStation, and then it came out with the Dawn of Souls for Game Boy Advance, and it also came out for the PSP as its own game, surprisingly, not paired off with 1. Junie Boy remembers that, yeah. That was a confusing time for us Americans. Very strange. There's so many strange things like that. Like Super Mario Brothers 2. We didn't see Super Mario Brothers 2 in America because it was not released here. So then the game Doki Doki Panic, they changed the sprites and made it a little bit higher quality. And so they took out the Indian characters and turned them into Mario characters, and they called it Mario 2. And then in America, we thought that's Mario 2, even though it had none of the same enemies or environments from the first game. And then 3 went back to the Goombas and Turtles and stuff, but, you know, totally forgot about all the 2 enemies. Like, that was 2's the weird Mario. Like, that's what it got dubbed as. Super Mario World came out, and that didn't have those characters in it. No Shy Guys or Birdo. And then we find out that, yeah, they totally pulled one over on us, and Super Mario Brothers 2 was actually The Lost Levels, which came out on Super Mario All-Stars the first time we saw it. I'm like, The Lost Levels? It's like, it was kind of like when you have the deleted scenes on a DVD, like, these are the levels that we never saw. And I think the first time I technically played The Lost Levels was they re-released Super Mario Brothers it was Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, or DX, for Game Boy Color, and they had, when you beat the game, you can do the Lost Levels, which, that was generous of them, to include a whole second game in there. It's a great remake, by the way, Super Mario Brothers DX. And I played through them, and I was like, this is the same game. Very strange. And then in Japan, they didn't see Super Mario Brothers 2 until years later, when it was released as Super Mario Brothers USA. But we wouldn't have had Shy Guys and Birdo and all them weird characters in later games, like Super Mario RPG, if it wasn't for that weird switcheroo. And Wart, the final boss, he's never been in anything since. Can you guys think of one instance where you've seen Wart since I almost said Final Fantasy, since Super Mario Brothers 2? I can't think of anything. I think that's it. I think he lived and died in Mario's dream in Super Mario Brothers 2. Spoiler alert, the whole game's a dream. His sprite looks like the Frog Grotto singer in Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I haven't played Link's Awakening in a long damn time. I can almost picture what you're talking about, but I don't quite remember it. I'm going to have to Google it. And Junie Boy said he made a cameo in Link's Awakening, right? Which was said before me. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't remember. That's so funny, man. You guys educating me. I don't know. There's so many weird things like that they screwed up. Like, oh, we won't release it in America, and then they put out another one in America, and they're like, what do we do? Mother comes out in Japan, and they're like, let's put Mother 2 out in America. Well, Americans are going to be confused because there's no Mother 1. They're going to wonder where that is. Oh, call it something else. Call it Earthbound. Okay, we'll call it Earthbound. Alright, well, we're going to make Earthbound 64. Well, that's confusing because it's technically Mother 3. We'll call it Mother 3 and never release it in America. That's an actual verbatim discussion of what the executives were discussing. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's 2 in the morning, I'm tired. He was one of the 3 songs, the Life song, I think. That's so crazy. And I'm remembering that now. So they just used Wart's appearance in a Zelda game? He was never seen again in a Mario game? Why would they do that? This is strange. Oh well. Alright guys, I am going to end the stream now. I think we've been BSing long enough. Yeah, Link's Awakening did have good game. That's another game I have to revisit. Link's Awakening. I only played it once. And it was when it came out in Game Boy Color. Good remake. Game Boy Color had great remakes. Tetris DX, another cool version of the game. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I finally beat Earthbound. I'm glad I did it in pretty good quality too. It's a nice way to end it off. And I'm glad you guys were here for it. That's awesome. I didn't think at this time that I would have an audience. I was hoping I would. I actually was thinking of not even finishing the game if no one came, but you guys came, so I'm glad you did. Good night, guys. I'm gonna probably tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night, begin EVO, and just to let you know, Wednesday's been decided for 2-player night. Sunday, I added the new poll. Let me give you a few updates before I go. One, new poll is up on the website. I beatTheNintendo.com. So you can get voting on there. I picked some weird ones this week. I wanted to mix it up. I'm sick of seeing the same games on there every single week. So bear that in mind. Two, I posted the full episode of last night's Double Dragon on there. And a highlight reel, which took forever to go through and get because I played for almost 4 hours. But ended up with 7 highlights, which is pretty nice. And the third thing is this Wednesday is going to be, drumroll, is going to be Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game for Nintendo. And my guest is going to be Rudy, who is actually married to Megan, who did Donkey Kong Country with me. And Megan is going to be the special guest chat host. So I'm going to have the both of them on. Megan's making a return, but not as a player. And she's going to be running the chat. And Rudy is going to be playing Ninja Turtles 2. I don't think we're going to beat it. That game is crazy hard because crying is so hard, but we'll try. And it's going to be a lot of fun either way. Those are beat-em-up games are great for 2-player night because we can BS. There's less pressure, except for the bosses. So, yeah, FU Dog from Duck Hunt is his name on here. Yep, so he's going to be on. He's very excited. He's been waiting for me to invite him on, and of course I was going to invite him on. But there's actually a pretty long, believe it or not, list of people who are like waiting their turn to come on the show. So that's good. We're not going to run out of guests. All right, guys. Have a good night. And tomorrow EVO, and then Wednesday night Ninja Turtles. And vote for Sunday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.